Hi, Lucinda Hitchcock Cone here again, this time in Sicily. This is side number 2.
How did all this spiral out of control?
Oh, that's simple. You and Pablo wanted more than what you had.
Excuse me?
Frank and I are just so grateful for what we already have.
Pablo and I are just trying to build a better future for our family.
I think I might have a very similar story to yours. I grew up with very few things. Not in New Mexico, but Buffalo. Like you, I made my way in the world. I started earning my money. Oh my. The flushness of it, the possibility of it, gave me quite a rush. Made me want things even more. Especially things that seemed harder to get, like respect.
Ginny, we don't mean to be disrespectful, but we do have the right to build the fence.
You see, this is what I'm talking about. Getting combative. I do that too. But Frank tells me, honey, this is not about your rights, managing privileges. It's about your manners. Tanya, you work so hard. So hard. And I commend you, and now you feel you've earned the right to want things. But there's a polite way of getting what you want. Creating a brouhaha because you suddenly want a wood fence makes you come across as entitled.
Entitled?
Don't you think destroying someone else's flower bed is somewhat rude?
Rude?
It's your attitude, Tanya. Think of where you came from and look around you. Look at all the resources you have, all you have accomplished.
So we should be relieved and thankful we've gotten this far?
Yes, exactly.
Because it's arrogant for someone like me to think she might deserve more.
No, but I just don't understand, with all you have going for you, why you would throw 2 families into such a terrible row over 23 inches of land.
I felt you were the one blowing this out of proportion. You are the ones that felt entitled to plant flowers wherever you want.
Can you hear yourself? You are accusing us of what? Planting flowers. Now, what kind of a crime is that?
It's our land, and those flowers are detrimental to the environment.
The environment? Great. Save the world and screw your neighbors. You said you didn't understand how this all spiraled, and I do. So I'm explaining it to you. Your desire for more started this all.
You mean my greed?
I didn't say that word, did I?
No one has ever called me greedy before.
You are a woman. They probably masked it with more generous words like ambitious and determined or bitchy. It's so unfair. Believe me, I know.
I'm greedy for hoping to get what I paid for. So, Virginia, what are you? How did you acquire more land than you bought?
As far as I remember, this has been like this for a very long time.
And that's the crux of it. You have because you're used to it. Stolen goods are not stolen. They are acquired. The world is already so entrenched in your favor, you don't even need to recognize how you benefit from inequity. You're blind to your privilege, and you don't stop unless you're held accountable. You people,
You? What do you mean, you people?
You and Frank.
You mean senior people.
I mean you and Frank.
Do you mean white people?
Do not put words in my mouth.
You are attacking us because we are rich and white. That's classism and racism. Would you make this kind of ruckus if Frank and I had been black or Latino? Would you attack us if we had a cactus in our backyard?
Oh, because Mexicans only want cacti in their backyard.
Oh, there it is. The big chip on the shoulder. You would manage this different if we were different.
No, I would not. If you were my Latino neighbor and you had 2 feet of our yard, you better believe I would still come and claim it. But I bet you'd be a lot less resistance to our legal rights if we fit in better.
You think you're better than us because you're young and hip. That young lady is ageism.
Virginia, the only ism you feel is your own narcissism. How you manage to paint yourself as the victim in all this is a feat of self-delusion. We're the ones that have been cheated, not you.
You're taking land we've nurtured for years.
You know, I came over to apologize.
And I graciously accept your apology.
I don't think I'm giving it to you anymore.
Honey, you're pregnant. It's making you irrational.
I'm passionately rational. I've never been entitled a day in my life, except now when the title of our land actually says we are entitled to the land we bought and that you have. You are the occupation, but we shall overcome. You will not stop us.